Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Right now I'm not wearing any makeup, but that's because I wanted to do a really in-depth talk through tutorial on how I do my cut crease. I've gotten a lot of requests just from family and friends and my sister especially on how to do a cut crease. A lot of people like this look. I get complimented on it all the time. So yeah, it's just a really laid back video. I'm going to talk through all the steps and I'm going to teach you exactly how I like to do it. I'm going to be using the Tarte. It's all matte, so it works for a cut crease. But feel free to use any matte shades that you have. Anything will work, just as long as you have different tones in a color. Like I'm going to be using these browns here. So you want an array of light to dark and all matte shades if you want to achieve the same look that I'm going for. So I'm going to start off with my face. I'm going to put on my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizer. I love this stuff. Like, I've tried other moisturizers that haven't really done a whole lot for me, but this one I feel like is really good. It's refreshing on my face. It's moisturizing where I need it to be, and it applies really nicely. So I'm just going to place that all over my face. I go in with the Elizabeth Grant Eye Renewal Serum, which is this. You want to make sure you use something under your eyes because it helps moisturize under your eyes. It helps your concealer last longer. It helps it from creasing, I find. I don't know what it is, but I think that my under eyes are like ridiculously dry, so using this stuff helps. I've tried other eye creams that haven't helped as much, but I really do enjoy this one. So I'm just going to blend that under my eyes and let it soak in as I do the rest of my face. So the foundation, oh sorry, I forgot primer. I'm going to use the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Based Visage. It's just like a little primer. I'm just going to be using a little of this because I don't think primer does anything for me, honestly. I'm just going to use it just for extra moisture because my skin is so dry, but really I don't think it does a whole lot. So now going in with the foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Hydrate and Smooth. I love this foundation. I was going to get the other one, the, what's it called, the Maybelline Dream Smooth Mousse. I love that foundation. It's one of my favorites, but they didn't have my shade, so I picked up this one again. And this one's from normal to dry skin. And I've noticed that this one applies a lot better on a sponge, so that's what I'm going to be using today instead of my small brush that I use all the time. So I just shake that and I just place it on my finger and just dot it around my face. So now I'm going to go in with my favorite eyeshadow primer, the I Love Stage by Essence Cosmetics. I love this stuff. Some things will never change, and I've tried other primers that I don't like, so I'm going to stick to this one. Like that. Oh, Please don't mind my background. I know it's super messy and there's a lot going on, but this is just me sitting in front of my window, so I have the best lighting here. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do to cover this. I have some curtains that I want to put up. I just have to get around to doing it. But I love this lighting. Is really good for right now, at least. So bear with me on the background. It's kind of ugly. Now that I have my primer on, I'm going to go in with my Tartlette palette, and I'm going to start off with this small brush. It's really thin. I don't know if you can even see that. Super, super thin. And it's kind of flimsy, which is what you want. You want a small, small brush. And I'm going to take the shade in this palette right here. So right here. It's not the darkest shade, but the second lightest shade. Second darkest. It's called Dreamer. So I'm going to take this shade right here, tap off a little bit of the excess, and I have a mirror down here, so if I'm looking down the whole time, it's because I'm focusing on that, but I'm going to move in closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to take that brush, the angle facing down, like that, and I'm going to draw a line right in my crease, right here. Just slightly above the fold, just ever so slightly, because when I close my eye, when I open my eye, I don't want that line to just disappear into the fold. I want it to kind of show and kind of peek through. But don't be like all crazy about this part, like don't worry, like it'll look better as we go on. So you're gonna take your brush and you're gonna angle it down, and you're going to start your line right here, right where the fold is. So you're going to draw a line right in the crease, like that. See? Right in the crease there. And as the product starts to leave your brush, you're going to blend it in closer to the inner corner. And you can go in as far as you like. I'm not a big fan of that, so I'm just going to stop right about here, like that, and then I'm just going to go over that line again. Just like so. Lighter color in the palette, which is this one here. It's called Force of Nature. Tap off the excess and start blending out that line. You want to make sure you blend up and not onto the lid, because we're going to be placing the lid color right here, of course. But we want to make sure that everything above the line is nice and blended, and everything below the line is going to be very harsh and crisp and some tape to create a really nice outer corner shape, like that. Always place it on the back of your hand so it's not super just like that. Okay. So again, with that brush, I'm going to take more of that color, Force of Nature, and I'm going to blend a little bit higher, blend out that line, and make sure that it's all very seamless above that line. So you want to make sure that you have your head tilted back just a little bit. You want to make sure that you have full control of your brush. You blend upwards always blend upwards. I can't stress that enough, because if you're blending like this and you're going to get it all over your eyelid, it's not going to look cute and it's just going to end up getting messy. So you want to make sure that you keep that above your eyelid. Open your eyes too and look down. Tilt your head back, and then you can see where exactly that fold is. So you make sure you get shadow in that fold as well, so then you don't have any creases or any missing eyeshadow in places where you need your eyeshadow to be. So just like that. And when you have that color placed, you're going to take a smaller brush like this one. It's still a little bit of a blending brush because it is a little fluffy, but it's definitely a lot smaller. So I'm going to take the shade Dreamer, again the same one that we used to make the line, and I'm going to use that to build up the darkness on the outer corner. I don't want to go straight in with the dark color because you definitely want to build the depth, you want to build the darkness. You don't want to start off with the darkest and then try to blend that out, because it'll definitely become messy and it's just not going to look cute. So you want to make sure you take your time with this, and the tape is going to help you a lot with how the sharpness is going to be. So make sure you take your time and blend evenly, just along that line. Just like that. And I know it looks messy, but we're going to blend that up, of course. So now that that dark color is placed on there, we're going to take a fluffy blending brush and we're going to blend out that dark color. There's no additional product on this brush, it's just a clean brush. Just like that. And again, you can go in with that brush and more of that color, Dreamer, place. Like that. And blend. Today's Boxing Day, and is anyone else trying to avoid the mall? I know I am. Definitely keeping my distance from there. My sister had to work today, and I am not about that life. I stay away from the mall as much as possible on Boxing Day. If anything is worse than the mall during Christmas time, it's Boxing Day. So next I'm going to be taking that same brush again with the darkest shade called Multitasker right here. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to place the darkest color on the outside, just like that. Blend it into that line, just like that, and then blend with the fluffy brush. Just keep in mind that this look is all about blending and all about building. You want to build the shades and blend them out and add more shades and blend them out and just keep going. It's a very simple look. It's very easy. Blending this, blend, blend, blend. Blendy, blend, blend. And you can definitely make this darker. You can add a little bit of black on the outer corner. As dark as you want. You can make it lighter. You can make it softer. You can really do whatever you like. It's really up to you, however you decide you like it. I definitely like it a little bit smokier, and I think it looks best when it's a little bit darker on the outer corners. I'm just going to darken it up just a little bit more, but it's really up to you, however you like so. Last but not least, for the blending, I'm going to be taking, where are you? This kind of flat, but it's kind of fat brush. Not super important, but I'm just going to take the lightest shade, which is Free Spirit, right there. I'm going to be taking that and placing it right under my brow. And this will just help blend a little bit more and highlight under the brow bone like that. Like so. Okay, now we're going to remove the tape and reveal the sharp, crisp line. Oh. Like that. Cool. Alright, so now comes the fun part. This is actually the trickier part. I'm going to be using a cream eyeshadow on a concealer brush. I would suggest the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, which is just a white one, for this look, but this is really... So we're going to take this cream product and we're going to place it on the lid from lash line up to where the color on the crease starts. Make sure you clean up that edge, even though we're gonna blend it in together. You want to make sure it is a clean edge because it is a cut crease and you want it to look very crisp and very clean. So just like that. And you want to make sure you blend out that color, blend out that base so then it's not chunky under whatever shadow you put on top. So I'm going to take a flat shader brush like this, and I'm going to take the shade Free Spirit, which is the same one I used under my brow bone. I'm going to place that on my eye. I also like to take my finger and dip that in the color and then just place that on top just to help blend it out and just to make it a little more pigmented and just smoothen it all up. Just like that. Like so. Now that we have that color placed, we're going to blend just a little bit, not too much, on top of that. No additional product. You don't want to get anything on the lid. We're just going to blend where those two colors meet. Just a little because you still want that sharp cut crease. Like that. So now that we have that all blended out together and the creases are cut, I'm going to add my liquid eyeliner. And I've gone back to the tried and true, guys. This is the NYC liquid. Okay, so now that I finished doing the rest of my makeup, I did my eyebrows, added the liner, and I put on some blush and a little bit of red lip gloss. Back to the lower lash line. I've done my concealer and I set it already with a powder. I'm going to be taking a brown eyeliner pencil. This is just from Wet n Wild. I'm going to run that in my waterline. Just like that. like that. I'm just going to smudge it on the outer corner. I'm going to take a small crease blender brush, same one that we used before, and that shade Dreamer right here from the Tartlette palette. Just a little bit goes a really long way. Tap off the excess, and then you begin placing that, starting with the darkest in the outer corner. I'm going to clean off that brush just a little bit. I'm going to take the shade Force of Nature, which is just the lighter brown right here. I'm going to take that and blend it out just a little bit more. And the lighter part of this, the lighter shade is just going to give it more dimension. Guys, is the completed look. It's a very soft cut crease, and as you can see, it's very simple, very easy to achieve. And if you have any questions, please list them down below. I will be sure to get back to you. And if you want to see any variation of this look using different colors or different palettes or different shades altogether, anything at all, please let me know, and I will be for sure to recreate them for you. This is what I love to do, and I want to make sure that you guys get to see what you want. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you like this look, and if you do recreate it, please show me on Instagram or Twitter. All my information will be linked down below. And yeah, Happy New Year to everyone watching. May you all have a very prosperous new year. So thanks guys, bye.